Hello, and welcome to this series of videos on social networking, annual giving, and donor badge. In this video, Why Leverage Social Networks to Increase Annual Giving, I'll be reviewing the challenges faced by annual giving teams in incorporating social networks into their campaigns and marketing efforts. I'll also be describing how donor badge can help you improve your exposure in this important communications channel. Let's start with an example that demonstrates the power of social networks, such as Facebook, in creating peer-to-peer donor conversations. This is a real-world example that UC Berkeley captured through the donor badge application and then shared with us as an example of the value that they're seeing from donor badge. Here, a UC Berkeley alum posted donor badge on his Facebook wall after making a gift. It created a passionate conversation among the donor's friends, also UC Berkeley alums, about supporting their alma mater. In addition to the conversation increasing awareness, you'll notice that it triggered a gift from someone who had not given in the last 3 years. So this is a great example of how social networks can be powerful in increasing awareness and exposure for the institution and its need for support. This donor can feel good not only about his own donation, but also his broader effort in supporting his institution, just by telling his friends. From these charts, you can see that social networks have surpassed email in terms of both the number of users and the active time spent by internet user. Interviews with Gen X and Gen Y have shown that they basically think email is passé, and some universities aren't even giving out email addresses anymore. So this is a significant shift in user behavior that you need to consider while defining your outreach and fundraising strategy. A few more statistics. College-age students are the largest segment of users on Facebook, but it's not just the younger users. Interestingly, in 2009, the fastest-growing segment of Facebook users were women between the ages of 55 and 65. I actually have a friend, she's in her 60s, very active in her Chi Omega alumni chapter, signed up for Facebook, and of course the first thing she did was reconnect with her college classmates. There's a natural connection between your university experience and your social media experience. Businesses are also using social networks. 71% use Facebook and 59% use Twitter for their marketing and communication activities. LinkedIn, 80% of companies are using social media for recruiting activities, but of these, 95% use LinkedIn. So the important point from all of these statistics is that social networks are an essential part of your donor's life. And the key question is, how do you incorporate those social networks into your online marketing and annual giving strategy? You're already probably convinced, but just a couple more things that might help you convince others in your organization. A recent report from 2010 noted the following. Marketing spending is up 100% from 10 years ago for some institutions and is seen as a mission-critical activity for most colleges and universities. Anecdotally, social media spending is replacing advertising spending, and that use of social media is making a positive impact in the areas of website hits, positioning, and alumni giving rates. Institutions that focus on social media actually spend less overall per student on marketing activities. And one of the key missing links is data about the success of social media campaigns. Specifically, you need to know how your social media effort is resulting in direct donation, increasing your repeat donors, and reaching new donors. And that's a place where I think Donor Badge can help. So many institutions have adopted Facebook fan pages and Twitter feeds to get a foothold in the social networks, but only to realize that it is a challenge to track and convert those friends and followers to donors. So here are just a few key challenges that we've heard over and over again. The first one is, what if you've lost contact with alums? Can you leverage others in that lost donor social network to reconnect? The second challenge is that we know that only 14% of consumers trust advertisements, but 78% trust peer recommendations. So again, how can you get inside that social network and get the benefits of word of mouth? The third challenge is maintaining relationships with your newest alums, cultivating them over time when they don't use email and they screen all their calls. That's probably true as well of your donors in their 30s and 40s. Last but not least, staff time and budgets are tight, and the social media landscape is constantly shifting. You need tools that do some of the work for you and keep up with the trends. So Donor Badge is now a proven approach that addresses these challenges and has worked well for institutions of all sizes. In the Donor Badge approach, you start with your current donors and volunteers, those who have already made a commitment to your institution by making a monetary gift or volunteering their time. You use their social networks to create the momentum for your campaigns. You can empower these passionate constituents by providing them with the Donor Badge, again, an easy tool that they can use to create word-of-mouth momentum in their own social networks. There's a real power in acknowledging a donor's contribution, not only in the donor's mind, but in the minds of others who see that acknowledgement. That's even more powerful when the donor is a friend. Some of those friends might make a gift right away by clicking on the messages sent, while some of them may not make a gift immediately, but it will register in their mind and they'll make that gift when the time is right for them. Donor Badge is also a matching mechanism. In effect, posting a donor badge is like setting up a challenge grant. A donor can recruit all of his or her friends to the cause. The Donor Badge approach results in better participation rates and acquisition of new donors. You can utilize network effects to touch alums for whom you don't have that contact information. It enables cultivation of your new alums over time, and your donors can really express their pride and support for the institution publicly. Creates a win-win situation for both the institution and the donor. To summarize, Donor Badge is proven and widely adopted. It's easy to set up, and it's a cost-effective approach to leveraging social networks for annual giving. In the other videos, I'll explain the Donor Badge approach through some customer case studies, discuss the direct and indirect benefits of leveraging social networks using Donor Badge, and review the features and pricing for Donor Badge editions. In the series of demonstration videos, I will show you the application from the donor's perspective, demonstrate how to set up badges and embed code in your online communications and marketing materials, and reveal the analytics that the Donor Badge application is able to collect and display. If you have any questions or are interested in implementing Donor Badge, please contact us by email or phone. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again.